Hi there. Thanks for hopping aboard. Today we're going to be diving into the nitty gritty of Arizona's Constitution. We will be focusing on those initiatives and referendums. All right, partners, buckle up as we dive into the world of initiatives and referendums. First up, what on earth are they? How are they created? Then we're going to explore the similarities and differences, check out the upsides and downsides of each, and reveal how these nifty tools champion direct democracy in the Arizona Constitution. Let's dig right in. All right, partners, buckle up. First up are initiatives. Think of them as the power tools for citizens to craft new laws or tweak old ones, and do it while bypassing the state legislature completely. Imagine that you're fired up about water conservation and you want a law that mandates low water landscaping in all new Arizona buildings. Here's your game plan. First, you're going to assemble your dream team to create your political committee. Then, you're going to file to obtain a serial number. Once you have your serial number, you're going to file to get a green light to petition. Once you have that green light, then it's time to find those signatures. Rally around and find 10% of registered voters to back your bill, and drop those petitions off at least 4 months before the big election day. Once your signatures pass the sniff test, your proposal will hit the ballot. Now, if you're eyeing a law makeover, you need to gear up for gathering signatures from at least 15% of registered voters instead of just 10%. It's referendum time. These nifty tools let citizens give a thumbs up or a thumbs down to laws already stamped into existence. There are two kinds of referendums, and our first contender is the popular referendum. Imagine this: Arizona lawmakers just outlawed orange cats. You, being a champion for the feline freedom, have 90 days to rally the troops. First, you're going to form a political committee and snag a serial number. Then, gather your merry band of supporters to collect signatures on official petition forms. You'll need at least 5% of registered voters' signatures to back you up, and all before the clock strikes midnight, 90 days after the law was made legal. But if your signatures check out, then your referendum will get its day in the sun on the next general election, letting the voters decide if the orange cats can roam free once more. Now, for our second type of referendum, it's the legislative referendum. This referendum allows lawmakers to put the measure up to a vote for the citizens to approve or reject on the next election cycle. Okay, friends, let's take a moment to compare and contrast initiatives and referendums. They are the dynamic duo of Arizona's direct democracy, giving citizens a megaphone through voting and letting them jump into the balancing act of state government. Now, for the plot twist, initiatives are the go getters crafted by citizens to shake things up or tweak laws. They're all about being proactive. On the flip side, referendums are the reactive warriors, stepping in to challenge laws our lawmakers have already brewed up. But here's the kicker: referendums have a tight 90-day window to challenge them in this democratic showdown. I know what you're thinking. Wow, initiatives and referendums seem amazing. And they are. But let's take a minute and step back and dive into the ups and downs of initiatives and referendums. Some of the pros are that they turn citizens into government superheroes, ready to leap into action and make a difference. They act as an ultimate watchdog, keeping legislators on their toes, since folks can tackle issues head on themselves. They are a fantastic shield against government shenanigans and crony capitalism, letting citizens keep lawmakers into check. But there are some cons. They can morph ballots into tangled messes because anyone with a pen can draft a proposal without official guidelines. Some sneaky wordplay might bamboozle voters with their cryptic ballot language. And without a thoughtful review, they might unintentionally create chaos or clash with current laws. This could possibly lead to pricey legal battles. Okay, let's look at what parts initiatives and referendums play in the Arizona Constitution. Okay, buckle up. Welcome to the Wild West of democracy. The Arizona Constitution gives the people in Arizona the power to be a lawmaker through initiatives and referendums, all wrapped up in two main articles. Article 4, Part 1, Section 1 is where the magic begins. It lets folks propose laws, toss around amendments, and give a thumbs up or a thumbs down to legislation, all without the legislator say so. Section 2 through 6 of Article 4 are the rule book for this citizen power play. Then there's Article 21, the grand stage for constitutional amendments. Section 1 spills the beans on the legislative referendum process, while Section 2 lays down the law that the legislators can't just call a constitutional convention without voters' approval. Yeehaw democracy! Initiatives and referendums support direct democracy. These nifty gadgets tucked into the Arizona Constitution are the gold nuggets of direct democracy. They hand over the reins to the people, letting them play lawmaker to tackle governmental overreach, swat down laws crafted for special interest pals, or fend off rules that chip away at personal freedoms. This power to shape real life policy is the beating heart of direct democracy. Well, it's that time, my friends, to wrap it up. Initiatives and referendums are Arizona's way of letting citizens jump right into the lawmaking action. They get a say in the state's rulebooks and become an essential cog in the check and balance machine. I'm Mrs. Bailey. I hope our deep dive into the Arizona Constitution, with all of its twists and turns of initiatives and referendums, taught you something new. If it did, hit me with a thumbs up. And thanks for tuning in. Catch you later.